Rina couldn't believe she was considering it. Ian had eaten, nakainom na rin ng gamot and back to his sleep. Pero nagising ito at nag-chill ng sobra. Pinatay na ng dalaga ang aircon. Dinagdagan na rin niya ang kumot nito. Sinuotan na rin niya ng medyas. But none of them seemed to work. At ang tabihan ito at yakapin na lang ang huling paraan na naiisip niya. She would often do it with Alicia before. But that was Alicia, anak niya. Not the grown-up super-duper attractive man she's in love with. Una, humiga siya sa tabi nito, pero hindi siya umilalim sa kumot. For a while it worked, bago mas lalo lang itong nag-chill. So okay, she decided to give him body heat. She cloudy-cleed Borkaf in his blanket at niyakap ito. Inisip na lang niya yung pagkakataon noon na pinatulog siya nito sa mga bisig nito, when she was mourning for the loss of her father. Ian didn't leave her then, and even made a way to bring back the smile on her face, by bringing her to the beach. Now was the time to repay his goodness. And maybe habang yakap-yakap niya ang binata, she could let him feel that leaving him 3 months ago, was the toughest decision she ever made in her whole existence. Na hindi yun madali, that it required all her will to keep her sanity intact. Little did she know that he was affected as much. Yung mga sinabi nito kanina, did he mean all of it? Dinamdam nito ang pag-alis niya. Rina, he stirred and said her name. I'm here, she whispered. I'm not leaving you. Take your rest and recover fast ha. Hinigpitan niya ang yakap dito, as she felt her tears moistened up her eyes. How long had she been wanting to hold him like that? To hug him like she'd never want to let him go. Make him feel how much she cared about him. This was her chance. She could do all of it, and he would just think she's simply there to give him body heat. He would never know. He didn't need to know. We love you Ian Sarmiento, she thought. She never meant to sleep. Pero matapos mapagod at mapuyat sa pag-aalaga kay Ian, hindi niya namalayang nakatulog siya. Nagising si Rina kinabukasan na wala na sa tabi niya si Ian. Mag-isa na lang siya sa malaki nitong kama. Nahihiya sa sariling bumangon siya, at hinanap ang binata. She found him at the balcony. Nakatayo lang ito doon, while looking at nothing in particular. Good morning, she greeted awkwardly. How are you feeling, sir? What are you doing here, Miss Rodriguez? He looked at her coldly. Didn't I tell you to leave me alone yesterday? Maang siyang napatingin dito. Wala ba itong maalala? Worst of all, he wasn't thankful for what she did. Well, I couldn't be rude. And leave you when you were shaken to death, she tried to reason. Rina, napasabunot ito sa buhok nito like he's so frustrated. Listen to me, don't do it again. If I tell you to leave, just leave. I don't like it when you're trying to pretend that you care about me, when in reality you don't give. That's not true. Halos mapapikit siya sa sakit ng dating nang sinabi nito, she wasn't pretending. Even if he's going to be sick again, hindi siya magdadalawang isip na alagaan ito ulit, then what's true? Hamon nito. Iyan, she fought her tears. I care about you. I wasn't faking it. To do with your lies, Rina. Is that the kind of care when you would just walk out of everybody's life, without thinking of the repercussions? Galit nitong sabi. It would never be enough to make you stay. You were the one who told me that I cannot stay forever, she reminded him. I told you we're going to talk. But instead of waiting for me, what did you do? May gumuhit na sakit sa mga mata nitong galit. So heto na, Rina thought that Ian was opening up on what happened after she left 3 months ago. I needed to leave. Hindi maiintindihan ni Alicia kung bakit mayroon siyang dalawang mommy. Pero isa lang ang daddy. You underestimated Alicia's love for you, Rina, he said bitterly. It's not only for Eli. I also did it for Olive. She needed that chance to be a mother to Alicia. Yumuko siya to wipe her tears. It's for you too. It's for your family. So you can be together, she defended. What do you know? Pagak itong tumawa. You talk as if you know what's best for us. Family ha. Parang mapait na bagay iyon na lumabas sa bibig nito. You told me that once you find Olive, you will complete your family, and it would leave me no place in Eli's life. That at some point I have to leave so you can be a family. That's exactly what I did. That was before. You never gave me the chance to take my words back. Tumingin ito ng diretso sa mga mata niya, and Rina felt like he's trying to communicate something to her, just through his intense gaze. You do not have any idea what we've been through, while you chose to leave everyone believing we do not care as much about you, dagdag nito. Alicia was confused and hurt. She had a hard time accepting Olive. She calls her mama, just because she couldn't change the fact that Olive is her mother. She always asks me about you. She wanted me to find you. Do you even plan to show yourself to her again, Rina? Of course, napapikit siya. How would she explain to him na natatakot siyang hindi siya mapatawad ni Alicia? I probably would. You're such a liar, sarkastiko itong tumawa. Who are you kidding, Rina? I gave you 3 months. 3 months. Did you make any move to see Alicia? No. If I haven't forced you to come back, will I even see you again? I am sorry, mahina niyang saad. I was wrong about you, Rina. I thought you loved Eli to the core. I thought you cared enough to fight for her no matter what. But you chose to break her heart. But do you know what hurt me most? Tanong nito na bumitaw ng tingin sa kanya. Yes, me. I was hurt. He laughed dryly again like it was so crazy for him to have felt the pain when she left. Because I thought you also cared about me. And we were on a start for something deeper in our relationship. Ian, anong ibig nitong sabihin? Something deeper. I thought you're different. I thought finally, I've met someone who would really care. Who would look past my status. Who would look past what I can give. Tumingin ulit ito sa kanya. What could have possibly changed your mind, Rina? Or was that all pretense? The care, the love. Was there even love? I'm sorry, was what she managed to say. Actually, she didn't know what to say. She was only aware of the tears that were uncontrollably flowing down her cheeks. What was he saying? Did Ian care about her too? Sorry. Mapait na ulit nito. You're sorry. Please, don't be. Because that's worse than telling me you didn't really mean everything you have shown. Tinalikuran na siya nito pabalik sa silid. No, Ian, wait. Nilakasan niya ang loob. I meant everything. Every single bit of it. There was no pretense. I couldn't have possibly faked everything, right? I truly cared about you and Eli. It was just that. Cut that, get out, Rina. Taboy nito. But you have to listen. It wasn't easy for me either. I died when I left. Don't blame me as if I wanted it so badly as if it didn't hurt me. I said out. Sigaw ni Ian, almost making her jump literally. Get out. Ian. Out. She rested her case and went out crying hard. She could tell Ian she loves him, and he wouldn't believe her. He thought she's a liar. A pretender. What could have possibly changed her mind? Maybe she didn't leave then, if he had told her he cared for her as well. But was it too late now? Kung ganun, bakit pa nito pinakialaman ang buhay niya? Why did he still want her to come back, when he would no longer believe her? Bumaba siya sa kwarto niya, at nag-ayos ng sarili. Pero kakaiyak niya, sumisinghot-singhot na siya. Mukhang naging sipon na. She changed into her working clothes, then went back up. Rina, Alicia and Olive are downstairs, salubong ni Sarah. What? Do you want them to see you? If not, I suggest that you hide. They'll be here any second. Nakatingin na ito sa elevator. Wait, what? Hindi mag-sink in sa utak niya ang sinasabi ni Sarah, until the elevator opened at iluwan noon sina Alicia at Olive. Mabuti at mabilis siyang naitulak paupo ng kasama niya, bago ito lumabas sa area nila, para salubungin ang mga bagong dating. Lola Sarah, narinig niyang bati ni Alicia, in a cheerful manner. Rina put a hand over her mouth, habang nakatago sa ilalim ng mesa niya. Her child's voice made her want to rush out from there, and hug her tight. She fought a sob, but her tears were already flowing generously on either side of her cheeks. "Hi baby." Narinig pa niya ang matunog na halik na iginawad ni Sarah sa bata. "Where's Ian?" Demanding naman na tanong ni Olive. "I haven't seen him yet this morning," sagot ni Sarah. "But if he didn't go home, he's probably upstairs." "Let's go to Daddy?" "Lola," si Alicia ulit. "Yes dear, let's go." Alicia, tahimik na hikbi ni Rina. Bahagya siyang sumilip sa direksyon ng hagdan, and that's when she saw her baby. In 3 months, she was only able to see her back. She stayed under the table, while crying her heart out. Anyone who would see her would think she's crazy. "Alicia, I missed you anak." 3 months pa lang, pero pakiramdam niya forever na ang lumipas mula noong huli niya itong makita. "She always asks me about you. She wanted me to find you." Totoo nga kayang hindi ito galit sa kanya. Did she really underestimate Alicia's love for her? Miss na kita Eli, she cried harder. "Hoy Rina," hindi niya namalayang nakabalik na si Sarah. "Tumayo ka nga riyan. I miss my baby. I want to hug her, Sarah. I want to kiss her. I want to be her mommy again," she sobbed. "Then why don't you do all of those? Nasayo naman ang desisyon. I'm sure Eli misses you a lot too Rina. Now get up and fix yourself." Inalalayan siya nitong tumayo. "Tell me, were you with Ian last night?" "He was sick. I took care of him." She smiled bitterly at the thought. "But he got mad. I don't know what to tell him anymore. I honestly, truly care about him Sarah. But he won't believe me. He was mad alright. Actually, that's what he'd been trying to tell everyone. Nagalit siya sa'yo. But you see, since he laid eyes on you again, ayaw na niyang mawala ka sa paningin niya. It's pretty obvious that he doesn't need you here Rina. And yet kulang na lang italika niya sa baywang niya, at isama sa lahat ng lakad niya. He was never like that with Olive. So, what I'm trying to say here is, be patient with him Rina. Mahaba nitong sabi. How can I change his belief that I'm a pretender? Come on, you can do it Rina. Show him your love. Pigil nito ng akma siyang magpoprotesta. Don't ever try to deny na hindi mo siya gusto. Old maid ako pero hindi ibig sabihin na hindi ko kayang kilalanin ang mga tingin ng nagmamahal. And believe me Rina, the way you look at Ian tells how you truly feel. Ganon din naman si Ian sa'yo, but I just don't understand how the both of you couldn't see it. Because it's confusing. He's mad at me. I don't understand, masakit na ang ulo na saad niya. But one of you should make the first move. And I say, it should be you Rina. Hindi siya sumagot pero inisip niya ang sinabi nito. Siya nga ba ang dapat mauna? Kung sabagay, siya ang umalis. Ian already did his part by forcing her to come back. It's her turn to try to make things work. It's time para bumawi. She had hurt Ian and Alicia. Panahon na para ipadama na hindi niya sinasadya. Rina woke up a little bit heavy-headed the next morning. She seemed like she caught Ian colds. At siguro dahil din for the past day, ay iyak lang siya ng iyak. She was contemplating on the things that she lost, because of her decisions. She shouldn't have left without talking to Ian first. Dahil sa ginawa niya, she left him an impression that she never really cared for him and Alicia. At sa lahat naman ng maibabatong akusasyon sa kanya, yun ang pinakamasakit. Because it was never an easy decision to leave them. She hurt every day for 3 months. And they didn't have any idea how hard it was to keep moving on, when the very reason she's still alive was no longer in her life. Pinilit ni Rina na bumangon. Mag-aaga siya ngayon. Kailangan niyang maunahan si Ian. First step, be the ideal employee to Ian Sarmiento. 30 minutes later, nasa workstation na niya siya. Pati si Sarah wala pa. Nilinis niya ang area nila, tapos umakyat na siya sa penthouse. Maglilinis siya sa opisina ni Ian. Ang bawal lang namang galawin ay ang lamesa nito. So pwedeng maglinis ng sahig. Armed with a vacuum at pamunas, she made her way to his office. She cleaned the carpet, at nagpunas din ng mga trophies, awards nito na nakalagay sa ibabaw ng mga shelves. She was almost done cleaning, nang mapatingin siya sa table ni Ian. Never ever touch anything on his desk. Kaso may nakita siyang picture frame na nakataob. Hindi naman siguro masamang iayos iyon. So she reached for it, at dapat itatayo lang niya. Kaso nang makita niya kung anong litrato ang andon, she had the urge to look at it closer. It was her and Alicia in the picture. A candid shot, when they were on the farm for Eli's family day. Hindi nga niya alam kung kailan kinuhaan iyon ni Ian. Because in the picture, she was hugging Eli as they were looking at something. On their faces were big smiles. Why would Ian have a picture of her, when he could have simply framed a solo picture of his daughter? She found herself smiling, oblivious that Ian was already in the room. Na-realize niya lang yun nang kunin nito sa kanya ang picture frame, buksan iyon, tanggalin ang picture at pinunit sa harapan niya ng maraming beses, bago binitawan ang mga iyon. The tiny pieces scattering on the floor with no chance of pasting them back together. Now, clean that, he said coldly before sitting on his swivel chair, opened his laptop, and never once looked at her again. Rina watched the whole act with teary eyes. Bakit kailangan nitong gawin iyon? To tell her that it meant nothing to him. Pinigil niyang tuluyang mapaiyak, habang pinupulot ang mga piraso ng picture na nakakalat sa sahig. He's still mad, she thought as she quietly exited his office. But don't give up now, Rina. Tama, kung gusto niyang baguhin ang impresyon ni Ian sa kanya, hindi dapat siya maging iyakin. She got to start showing him that she's brave, that she cares for him and that she loves him. Morning, Rina, bati ni Sarah sa kanya. Early today ha? Yeah, nakangiti niyang sagot. Pinag-isipan ko ang sinabi mo and you're right. Ako na dapat ang gumawa ng paraan para magkaayos kami. That's my girl, tuwang-tuwa ito sa desisyon niya. Asahan mo ang suporta ko, at ng buong pamilya namin, she grinned. Thanks Sarah, niyakap niya ito. Tumawa siya. It's good to know na boto sa kanya ang pamilya ni Ian, kahit hindi pa naman sila okay ng binata. Go, bring him his coffee. Masaya siyang tumungo. Ian babe, wait for me. I'll show you my love. She's not an expert in love. Actually wala siyang idea kung paano niya ipapakita ang pagmamahal niya kay Ian. She's just relying on her instinct. Sana lang magawa niya ng maayos ang gusto niyang gawin. 3 kalkuladong katok muna ang ginawa niya, bago niya narinig ang pagbibigay permiso ni Ian sa kanya na pumasok. Here's your coffee sir. Ipinatong niya sa usual spot ang kape nito. Miss Rodriguez, I need you to bring this to the marketing director. Make sure he has it before the board meeting in 30 minutes, formal na sabi ng binata, habang iniaabot sa kanya ang isang folder. Okay sir. Kinuha niya ang folder. I'm passing by the restaurant, would you like me to get you anything? No, seryosong sagot nito. Ekay, she thought, suplado much. Be back at once. You need to answer emails for me. Yes sir. Back in his office, Ian let her have his laptop, while he went over some documents. You and Sarah will come with me in the meeting. Get ready. Maya-maya ay sabi nito, bago lumabas muna ng opisina nito. She was fully concentrated in her task, when Ian's cellphone rang beside her. Hindi naman sana niya iyon papansinin, kaso nang matapos ang tawag, at mag-flash ang lock screen nito, she couldn't help but smile. It was her. This time, siya lang. Like the framed picture, it's also a candid shot of her. Pero sa beach ang kuha na iyon. What are you smiling at? Parang iritadong tanong nito nang madatnan siyang all smiles, habang busy pa rin sa pinapagawa nito. Nah, she said shaking her head. Sa isip niya, huli na niya ang pasupladong binata. Kahit pala isang kagaya ni Ian Sarmiento, jologs din. Imagine, a picture of a girl he claims he hated most, as his phone's lock screen. Bahagya siyang kinilig doon, pero napigilan niya ang sarili niya. I'm almost done here. Good. Kinuha nito ang cellphone nito, and returned the call he missed. Isa pa iyon, kahapon kung makataboy ito wagas na wagas. Pero ngayon, heto, sinasama na naman siya lagi. Let's go, Miss Rodriguez. Meeting is starting in 10 minutes, yes sir. Dinaanan muna nila si Sarah. Bago nagtuloy sa conference room. Bakit kasama ka? Sarah whispered, teasing her. She just shrugged. Martha and Lucas Mijares greeted her, when they saw her with Ian and Sarah, and jokingly introduced her to the board as Ian Sarmiento's fiancée. The group of middle-aged to old members of the board expressed their delight at the GM's supposedly engagement. Alam naman nilang biro lang, pero sinakyan nila iyon like they were very happy that Ian Sarmiento was finally tying the knot soon. Rina felt her whole body blush, and had the sudden urge to run for her life. Hiyang-hiya siya, lalo na at kulang na lang ay hindi na may pinta ang mukha ni Ian. ES Hotel's largest shareholders and directors are the ones present in the meeting. Meaning, hindi sila mga ordinaryong tao lang. All of them are running their own other businesses, aside from their involvement in ES Hotel. These are the kind of people whom Rina doesn't cross paths with every day. Miss Rodriguez is my assistant, Ian clarified with his famous serious suplado look. Iyon lang ang sinabi nito, and everyone was back to their formal faces. Not long and the meeting started with everyone's attention focused on the general manager and owner of ES Hotel. Ian Sarmiento amazed Rina. This was her love presenting confidently to a group of extraordinary businessmen. He's way too young than the majority of the board, and yet they listened to him. Rina couldn't help but be proud of Ian. At around lunchtime, in the middle of his presentation, Ian received a call and excused himself. It was unusual as Sarah said that he would be interrupted in the middle of a board meeting. Must be important, she said. When Ian returned, nagmamadali nitong tinapos ang meeting, telling everyone he needed to go. Tapos isinama si Rina paalis. Rina was wondering pero hindi siya nagsalita. Ian looked flustered and terrified. Halos paliparin nito ang kotse, and Rina tried so hard to calm her nerves, kahit gustong-gusto na niyang magreklamo o tanungin kung bakit ito nagmamadali. They ended up in a hospital. Ian, kinakabahan na tanong niya. Why are we in a hospital? What are we doing here? She tried keeping up with him, dahil malalaki ang mga hakbang nito. He didn't answer and continued walking, hanggang sa huminto sila sa tapat ng isang private suite. He turned the knob with shaking hand, and they entered the room. Kuya, it was Adam na sinalubong sila. How's Dad? He asked in a broken voice. Not good, sagot ng kapatid nito. He's just waiting for you. It took a while before Rina realized what was happening. Andoon sila para sa ama ng binata, who currently lied on the hospital bed, almost already lifeless. A condition too far from the last time she saw him, just over 3 months ago. She held a hand over her mouth, at the sight of a dying man in front of her. She fought back a sob as it reminded her of her own father, whom she didn't have the chance to see in his dying moment. Dad, nilapitan ito ni Ian at ginagap ang mga kamay nito. I'm here, his voice was shaking and Rina knew he was just trying to be brave. I brought Rina with me. Adam said you'd like to have a word with us. We're here Dad, he gestured to her to come closer. Lumapit siya at hinawakan ang isa nitong kamay. Mr. Sarmiento, she whispered. Benjamin Sarmiento slowly opened his already dimmed eyes, as a small smile curved his lips. Ian, Rina, I'm going ahead. Mga anak, I would have wanted to see you together, but guess, could not hirap na sabi nito. Rina, thank you, if it wasn't because of you, my son might have not forgiven me. You're welcome sir, humihikbing sagot niya, though confused at what the old man said. Please, promise me that you will stay by Ian's side, he needs someone like you in his life. I promise. Ian, thank you son for the second chance. I love you, anak. I love you too Dad. Ian said, allowing tears to flow from his eyes. I'm sorry for everything. Umiling lang si Benjamin and called for Adam. The three of them stayed beside him in the next minutes of deafening silence. And that way, they watched him catch his last breath and pass away. The two brothers hugged each other tight with tear-stricken faces. Rina didn't know what to say. It was too painful, and yet she wasn't a child of Benjamin. Paano pa kaya sina Ian at Adam? She'd been in their position once, when her mother died, pero andun ang ama niya not to let her see how her mom breathed her last. But when her dad died, she didn't have any knowledge of it. So seeing Benjamin die will surely leave a mark in her memory. He wasn't just some random man, he was Ian's father. Hindi niya alam kung paano sila nagkaayos. Pero ang sigurado niya, they were already okay prior to Benjamin's death. And that's good. It should have made the loss less regretful for Ian. I'm sorry that you have to see that. Naramdaman niya ang kamay ni Ian sa mga balikat niya, she realized she's still crying. No, I'm sorry Ian. She turned around and hugged him tight, which he didn't refuse. Instead she felt his arms tightened around her as his shoulders were gently shaken. Ian Sarmiento was crying. And he was letting her see how vulnerable he was at the moment. It will be okay. She wished she could do more than hug him. Perhaps share the pain. It's difficult to see him so broken, when she was used to seeing his strong version. But this was Ian, a human after all. Hindi ito pain-proof. Thank you for insisting that I should visit him Rina. They were already in the hospital's lobby, while waiting for Adam who volunteered to do the papers. She looked at him questioningly. The note, he reminded her with a pained smile. The one you left. Oh that yes, she remembered. The hasty note she left for him 3 months ago. So, you were able to find it. How could I possibly miss it Rina? When it's all you have left for me? He asked, pain evident in his eyes. You've known it before me that my dad was sick. I have wanted to tell you sooner Ian. But I didn't know how in a way you won't think I'm intruding with your personal affairs. I'm sorry. No, don't be. It's my fault. You were right. I should have listened to my heart. It took me too long and almost made it too late. When I saw your note, I was extremely mad. I was asking myself why would you leave me that kind of message, when you could have written much more worthy things. It took me weeks before I finally understood, that you may have meant something and I need to figure it out. So I paid my dad a visit. That's when I learned about his illness kwento nito. And he wasn't getting better. I wish I forgave him sooner. You're still luckier than I am, Ian. You were able to spend some time with him before he died. I was worried you'd end up like me. I'm glad you didn't. She smiled at him. Thank you Rina, tumayo na ito. By the way, you don't have to keep your promise to dad, dugtong nitong nagpatiuna na sa paglabas. I'm keeping it Ian, she told him, unsure if he heard. But he stopped on his tracks for a while, before he continued walking away.